kind of close, so I can easily spot it if it's a little bit quieter than normal.
That's true. I mean, you'll find it. It's there.
Yeah,
It's like in the first like minute.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's not too hard. It's just kind of funny to watch sometimes, like when we do it, like see like who got it like a little bit later and who got it like on time and everything. It's see that. Usually I'm not gonna lie, Mikey and Mo, you two are usually just spot on with each other every time. So I'm like,
Hey,
I don't know
man,
if they're just perfect or like.
Am I like late or early?
You're usually late.
Hey,
I'm kind of either late or early. I'm just kind of late. And
Danny hasn't even like clapped yet. She's just waiting. There like,
Oh, I do it on 3.
Because like, see, like, I know we're not supposed to do this because you're supposed to just do 1, 2, 3, clap. I apologize, Brian. But like, I watch you guys do it while I'm doing it, and then I'll be like, oh, they're moving their arm. I'm gonna do it now. But I know it's a
always do
delay.
Yeah.
Because you guys are clapping. So the sound-wise, I might see you on time, but the clapping of the sound, how it travels, won't be on time. But
I always make sure to do it on clap.
Are
Right-
we live?
right
Are we live?
yeah,
yes,
no, we're live.
you're
We've been live.
I see my
Oh,
hands going
we should
across
be.
the screen going, woo, as I try to play
This
time.
is what happened during Mario Party when me and Mikey pressed the button at the same time. I was somehow late.
Well,
I think there's many reasons why.
Sounds like a you problem, dude.
Why?
Why you were there? You saw it. You were there.
Ooh, well, Octar.
I'm excited for that episode.
Yeah, I'm sad it's not out yet because I want to talk about it. But
Definitely got to get this closer to my face.
yeah,
All right, I'm
Yeah.
good.
yeah, please do.
Please,
Oh,
you're
you
so
too,
quiet.
Danny. Bring that microphone closer. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
right at it.
And then yeah, there we go.
Look,
Brian,
Brian, is this close enough for you, Brian?
can you open the bar?
Back your asses up.
I'm thirsty.
No, Brian, you said my voice needs to become closer, so I'm like extremely close into this
Y'all
microphone.
got Sprite?
I already hear it speaking.
Oh, I forgot peeking noises.
everyone.
Oh.
All right, welcome to the bar, everyone. It's open. I'm already irritated. Welcome. I'm your bartender, Brian. You see me. You come here. I know who you're all really here for.
Not
It's
you.
me. Oh, but yeah, no. But if
Yeah,
you're listening,
for Mikey.
well, probably. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Anyways,
I'm in
but
the
yeah,
top
but thank you
middle
if you are. Yeah. But if you're listening at home, like on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, even YouTube, yo, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys like listening and supporting. We love it. Yeah, exactly. But tonight I'm here with the whole cast. All the boys are here. And while you guys are introducing yourselves, why don't you tell everyone what is your favorite childhood movie?
Yeah.
Oh man, you can't just like put me on the spot like that. You gotta like
Yeah, oh,
give
yeah.
us 2 days heads up. Fuck.
You-
All right, hi, I'm Mike, and Lion King.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Oktar. Mikey already said Lion King. That was my first choice, but I guess my second choice is the Iron Giant.
Oh,
That's
That
a
was
good one.
Good choice.
Thank you.
damn, bro. My name is Mo. They took all the good ones that came to mind.
That
Oh,
was
it's okay.
two.
Just
It was
yeah, who
2.
cares? You can
think of
say
more
you
than
like one
two?
too.
I
You can like something that someone else likes.
man, hold on, shut up.
There's so much pressure, Mo. You gotta pick a different one now.
Hold on.
Yeah, you can pick a different one, Mo.
No.
No.
It can be anime if you want it to be anime.
Yeah, I don't
Kingdom
care.
Hearts.
Kingdom
not a
Hearts
movie.
is a game. And goddamn it, you brought it up.
Name one vegetable.
Tarzan,
Name one
bro.
vegetable.
Tarzan.
All right, there we
bro.
go. We got a movie.
Cool.
Name 5 things that aren't Jackie Chan. Carrots, stapler, Jackie Chan. Damn it.
Okay. Well, I'm Danny, and I hope this is not too close where it's peaking my audio. But I picked dinosaurs.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, the
Iron
computer
Giant.
animation one?
That's a
Yeah, the
Yeah.
3D like ones. Yeah, Dinosaurs and Iron Giant were my 2 favorite movies when I was younger.
I'm gonna have to go with Toy Story. That was always my
Oh,
go-to.
that's the OG Toy Story. Yep.
Mhm. That's always my go-to, dude. I went through 3 VHSs of that because I love that movie so fucking much. I burnt the first one out, like the fucking tape of it. The other one I was stupid and kind of pulled it out because I wanted to see if I can see it. I was dumb. And then the third one, I think it just eventually broke over time. Like I think some shit fell and it broke. But yeah, I went through so many VHSs of Toy Story. Like
Can I
fucking love
change?
that movie.
Can I change my answer? Finding Nemo.
That's not childhood.
What you mean? That's pretty childish.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you weren't a child. You was like a grown ass man by then.
Dude,
I,
that
no, I
was
don't know.
the
man, that's
Finding
fair.
Nemo's pretty old, and also remember Moe's like 4 or 5 years younger than us.
Exactly.
Most like my age.
See,
so, yeah.
You just became a grown ass man.
Mhm.
See, my memory with Finding Nemo is when the teacher doesn't know what to teach, they would put that on in the classroom. All right, we're just gonna watch Finding Nemo. That's what
Fuck
we're gonna do
it!
today.
I don't want to teach today. You dumbass kids are watching this fish movie again. Don't fucking talk to me. I'm hungover.
Basically.
That's do you remember I think it was 8th grade, they had us take like a Spanish class or something. And I remember at the end of the class it was like, we're gonna watch Finding Nemo, but in Spanish.
Oh my
happen.
god.
I had that happen.
No.
Dude, don't remind me Spanish class. Bruh, so in high school, we had to pick watch a movie like how you did. And so we all just picked a random Disney movie and we're like, oh sweet, we get to watch a movie in class today. Then my teacher was like, we were thinking, okay, she's probably just put Spanish subtitles or whatever. She's like, nah, it's gonna be in Spanish. We're gonna have English subtitles for you, but it's gonna be in Spanish. Now, I don't know if y'all realize this. When a movie is made in English and on the freaking DVDs they have different languages, the subtitles ain't gonna match, or the audio's not gonna match as well.
Oh,
The
no, they're
freaking
dubbing
subtitles
over.
made no sense to the freaking movie. And the thing that pissed me off the most is when we got to the song "Love's an Open Door," which you would think would make sense. How they said it in Spanish, they literally said "La puerta es amor." So basically, when you read the subtitles, it just said "the door is love." And
The door is love.
I'm like, I
Welcome
can't.
to the love door. I don't want to be the love door.
It's just like certain things just don't translate well when you translate it back to English. It does not work,
Oh,
and it's
no,
just really
no.
funny because everyone's like, "Yo, is that how we say this?" And I'm like, "No."
It's like the
The
same
translation
thing
is off.
where, have you guys ever seen those mods, like they have them for Dark Souls and stuff, where they run all the text through like
Oh,
Google
yeah.
Translate, but they'll do that like 7 or 8 times.
Oh, it's
So that once you
bad.
get back to English, it's so fucked up that none of the words make sense anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
It's ridiculous too, because it's like obviously the original translation, like in Japanese, especially with those games, Mikey, they're purposely supposed to be like broad strokes to leave like mystery for it. But and like kanji, obviously, like each symbol of kanji has like multiple meanings. It just depends on context. But then you translate it just the one time, and then you get
Yeah.
one thing. And I guess I mean I'm not a kanji expert, but like like a very outlandish example is like pudding can be like also mean like foot massage. So do you want pudding? Can be do you want foot massage?
Can
The
I
answer
have
to
both?
both those questions is yes, but
It's like how it is in Spanish. Like there's some like phrases in Spanish when you translate it, like them in slang, whatever. And I remember I asked my dad one day, I forgot what the phrase was, but like it was like a phrase you make to make fun of people or just like to joke around. And I asked my dad, like, well, what does that mean? He's like, I can't translate this, but I can describe what it means. Like, why? I'm like, if you translate it, it literally would come out to like, that's a load of farts or something like that. Like it would have farts in it. But if you look at the word, says farts or something like that, it wouldn't be that word. It's just how the phrase is that it wouldn't translate correctly in English. Like there's so many phrases in Spanish. If you translate to English, you're like, that makes no sense. And I'm like, you don't know how the words work.
To its credit though, from here on out, I'm gonna be using that's a load of farts.
that's
Just
a lot of
saying.
farts.
To its credit.
That's a lot of-
You're welcome. I'm glad I can give you a new catchphrase. It's what I'm here for.
No, but that's the same reason I give credit to anybody who works in an industry where they have to translate something, whether for, you know, anime or for a video game, because it's tough. There's a lot of things that don't have direct translations, so you're like, okay, let's find a close approximation, I guess. Or these even stuff too, like that's something in Dragon Ball where like all the names are a pun of some sort, but not all the puns work in English, so you got to find like, okay, this is kind of in the same vein of what they were going for, but not exactly. It's hard. I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
It's crazy too, because I have no idea how old of a language like Japanese even is. Like,
Too old.
but
One or two.
super old. One or two. Actually, yeah,
Maybe
it could be.
Maybe three.
Maybe three. But like, you would think it's like, and I guess it's something that we have to like grow up into to understand better. But it like when you talk about like translations and stuff like that, it's crazy how abstract a lot of the meaning to a lot of this stuff can really be, and like how limited.
Yeah.
There's like what 2,500 different kanji, and they all mean something different, and then all those same kanji can also mean something else. It's just so you sit there and you see like an entire page of kanji, and you're like,
Okay.
he could be saying a couple of things to me. This person.
Oh, you
who's
gotta
a real-
love Japanese.
I'm over here asking for directions. Instead, they hear, "Where's the fried rice?"
Yeah.
Dude, if I could be honest, I've always wanted to learn Japanese. Like Japanese, like its language itself has always like intrigued me. I've always like wanted to like learn it, like be able to speak it and be able to like read it. Because I don't know, I've always liked it. I've always like admired it.
I think
I
learning
don't
to
blame you.
speak it probably wouldn't be too terrible. It's reading it,
The
like
reading,
especially with
yes.
kanji. I have
Yeah.
man, I don't know, because
Yeah.
like when I was playing Dragon Quest X, I was trying to like name my character, and I was trying to name my character just Son, like the kanji for the word Son. And I'm looking at all the different symbols, and because I looked up the word like on my phone, like Son, okay, that's the kanji I'm looking for, and like for the word itself, like two of the kanji looked near similar, but they were just a little bit different, and it depends on like where there's a little dash or isn't, or like the curve of it, and you're just like, oh my god, how do you tell? Like there's such subtle differences.
Years of practice.
And the other thing is too, I feel like since Japanese is such a like interaction based language where like even things like inflection kind of matter on where like you put it, when you're reading, you have to actually understand who your writer is before you even read it, because then like when like there's so much mistranslation that's going to be going on.
Bro,
And and that's why I don't really. Sorry, Danny, go ahead.
no, you're good. I thought you were done talking.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say, like, for the Duolingo app, they have like Japanese on there, and so like they have like kanji, and I forgot what the other one is.
Hiragana.
Hiragana, yeah. So they have both on there. You can pick what you want to do, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start with kanji because I think that one's more popular, and I did that one. And just like looking, like it was easy to memorize certain things, but then when I had to go back, and they're like, all right, match this to this kanji to this, and I'm like, the freaking dash, and they're like, oh, no, it's this. I'm like, mother effer, like literally they would all be the same. It's just the dash was like, here's up, this one's down, this one's in the middle, and I'm like,
Here's a cool trick, by the way, because when I used to work in the city, I take the train and I do my daily lessons on Duolingo. I haven't logged on in a while. You should actually want to do hiragana first. It's actually a much easier introduction. It's much easier, and there's a lot less characters than there are of kanji. And it kind of
I've heard
gives you
kanji is like way harder to learn.
way harder to learn. And also when because there's also certain symbols between that Japanese and Mandarin and Cantonese kind of share between each other as well. So you're kind of like feeling out the whole basis between the three languages when you do just hiragana, and then from there you can kind of see where you want to go with kanji.
okay.
Awesome. That was what was suggested with me, at least, and I did it. And I finished the entire hiragana. I finished the entire hiragana like section in Duolingo. Whoa. And then I fucked up the first lesson of kanji so hard, where I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm done."
Oh, kanji is so hard to learn. You literally have to take a whole entry level language just to learn this next language.
Basically,
Like,
bro.
oh my god, bro.
It's not as easy just learning off the phone. It really isn't.
It really is not.
Dude, that's why I want to take classes. Like, I would love to go in
wonder-
and be taught.
That would be nice to go taught and be like, all right, where are my fellow weebs at? I know y'all in here just to learn Japanese. So
And here so he could read my manga.
Basically, buy stuff. You don't have to like freaking watch the subtitles. That's one thing I don't like watching subs because I have to read the subtitles, but I prefer sub in some shows. I want to learn it so that way all I gotta do is hear it and I can walk away or look away and I'm like, yo, like I do with my when it's dubbed. I'm like, oh, I know what's going on over there. I don't need to read the subtitles.
I can only do that for certain words.
I'll tell you what, like I agree because like I don't like reading subtitles either, but it definitely keeps me more engaged in the show.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, I tune things out when I'm not paying attention. So I'll have like a show on dubbed and then I'll like look at my phone or something real quick and next thing I know I'm like, I have no idea what they just said. Like I heard it, but the brain did not process it.
Fair enough. I get you.
But with subbed, now you got a homework lesson to go with this entertainment you about to watch.
No, exactly. I mean, listen, it keeps your eyes on the screen.
And here's the other thing too about subbed. I feel like the subtitles are actually like placed just in the right spot to where you're actually like seeing both the action and you're reading.
Right.
Like, I know with like Naruto, at least during the subs, they would have it on the bottom, and then if there's a crazy action sequence that's going on where there's like a screen transfer, they'll move the subtitles up so you can see what's going on.
Yes,
like it was fantastic. Like,
yeah.
well done.
Well, I'll tell you what too.
So good.
Usually in a
like how they
show
did it.
when there's a lot of action anyway, there's not going to be a lot of talking outside of like the usual shit talk. Like, oh, you're not as strong as me. You know, it's. So that stuff you don't even really have to read anyway, because I hear that a lot of people saying like, yeah, well, you know, I like to see what's going on, and it's like, guys, let's be honest. In 95% of anime, the talking scenes are just like talking heads anyway. Like, there's nothing going on while they're actually having important conversations. And then when the action comes, you can just watch it.
And even a lot of the translation is simplified. It's pretty simple English when you read it. You know, they talk like a few sentences at a time and then dialogue transfer.
Yeah, bro.
Don't you love?
I just love how fast I can just read the subtitles now and then instantly. All right, watch for 0.5 seconds. More subtitles. Back up to video.
See, I'm glad that you're able to read. I struggle with that, so I'm just
we all know.
Right.
Mo, did you check out that anime that I told you about, the VV one on? I think it's on Funimation.
Nah, you have to send that to me again.
All right. Well, the series just
keep it
ended,
all
so you
stacked with
can catch up. But like, so I think there's only like 12, 14 episodes. I think I finished it the other day with Jason. But like, if you think you're good at reading, the first few episodes, when the robot talks too fucking fast,
I look at words sometimes. You know,
that's gonna be a chance. I want to see if you can actually keep up with that and not have to
rewind and pause. Because pause. If I see there's too much, if I see like a mini paragraph, I'm like spacebar.
All right,
for the first few like episodes, because he talks very fast, and sometimes he talks so fast that he'll start talking before the dialogue comes up, and so then when he's talking again, so the dialogue just disappears. Like, oh, here's the next one. You're like,
and it's like a paragraph.
I got this.
All right, I'll send it to you again. I want to see if you can watch it. Later in the episodes, it's a lot better. It's not as bad, but like the first few episodes, he's like talks so much, and I'm like,
is it because like that's that kind of like that robot's like trope though? Like he's just talking too fast, where it's just like, okay, like dude, like actually shut up, like type of like.
In the beginning, yeah, because like he has like a lot of information on why, like when you watch the beginning, you're be like, why is this entertaining? But then when he gets into the picture and he explained like, oh, we gotta do this, your main character's like, I don't want to do that. Can you leave me alone? And goes and tries to do her own thing. And you're like, no, bro, we're doing this. Like, get back here. I didn't come here just for you to say no. We're doing this.
Well, it looks like you did come here for that, because no.
That's what the main character does. She's like, yeah, I don't feel like doing it. I show you the future. I don't care. Bye. Walk away. You're like,
so what you had said was you about to leave, right?
basically.
The fuck out of here. Fuck
Wait.
no, I'm not.
Does anyone here watch like animes on Netflix? Like originals, I guess?
Yes. I'm about to watch the
I
new
mean-
season of Seven Deadly Sins.
I just saw that. I didn't finish it. I forgot that a new season was coming up. And I saw that. I'm like, yo, that's on my watch list.
Just came out on Netflix.
The new season, I
recently.
know. It came, I think, like a week ago, and I'm like,
Yeah, bro. I'm lit. I'm hype.
I heard something horrible happened this season. I'm like, bro, don't
Shut
tell
up.
me this.
Stop talking, bro. Stop.
I just watched the fucking
I
trailer.
don't
okay?
care. What did you have to say, Mikey?
Does Castlevania count? Because I watched that.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, bro. I need
Castlevania
this.
does count.
Ooh,
I have to
see.
watch that. It's only
Oh,
4
shit.
seasons too. I gotta
It's
get
only
on
it's
that.
only 4 seasons, and the first season's literally like 4 episodes. It's very short.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe this weekend. I'm just sitting around because your boy's
Yeah.
done summer classes this week. I get my life back, everyone. Some of it.
Some of it.
The main reason I asked if you guys watched any of this, I don't know if it's a Netflix original, but it told me it was. But I think you could probably watch it elsewhere too. But it's called, oh shit, The Simplest Life of an Immortal King, or something average life of an immortal king.
Never heard of it.
I only found it literally popped up on my freaking like Netflix
I'm
recommendations.
gonna put that on the list real quick.
I do recommend it. I thought it was gonna be stupid, but like I'm like, oh, I'll put something on I can have in the background if I do laundry. I didn't do my laundry. I got distracted by
Put it in the
game.
chat.
Put it. Well, I can't type. It's gonna get on my recording. I
Not
will
right
send
now.
it later. I will send it later.
Mo, we can wait.
I will
audio,
send it
man.
later.
Audio
My-
listeners.
my
I'm
bad.
saving you.
Don't worry, audio listeners. I got you. I'll send it to them later if
My-
y'all want to
my
know.
bad.
But basically, from what I watched of this show,
Spill it.
it looks like basically it's about a kid, like there's a magical world or whatever, so there's like monsters and like demons and shit. From
That's
what my
new.
understanding, I know, typical thing, but like from my understanding of the first episode, basically all you see is this little child defeat a freaking giant frog god. When reality is apparently they all think this frog is like the god and like, oh, he's the demon's like lord. No, apparently it's the child, and the child has to pretend to be human, but like the kid's still trying to figure it out. So like he has all this amazing ass fucking power. They're like, all right, and they have to like the fight to figure out what placement they're gonna be in. They're gonna be the average heroes, or they're gonna be an elite, so they know how to train them. And the guy's like in his head, he's like, oh yeah, I gotta pretend to look enthused. I gotta pretend to look like I'm gonna fight you. I'm like, I'll pretend to hit you. Like, yeah, you're like, you see him like not trying. He barely touches the dude, and they're like, his score was 9 all the way down.
What is
But
it
they-
called? The simple life of a foreign invading king.
No, I think it was like the simple life of
My
Sweet
life,
Life of
as a
Zack and
teenage
Cody?
robot.
Yes.
Like
What?
a teenage robot. Story of my life.
I will find you the correct title, but I know it's like something the
See,
average
let's-
life of an immortal king. But like they were
Okay.
showing how the kid got bored because they're gonna show him in the back. They're like, oh, when he first started, he's like, sir, your son. He's like, no, my wife, the kid died during childbirth. He's like, sir, it's even worse. He crawled out, and all you see in the
What?
freaking door is the kid just walking normally as his mom gave birth to him. And I'm
He
like,
strolled out of your wife's vagina with a cane and a top hat.
basically,
little son
he's
and
the little
dance.
kid was like,
And said, "Man."
Man.
basically. I know. I thought it was really funny, and I was like, "What the fuck am I
Bro,
watching?"
that reminds
I'm-
me of
I'm kind of-
something. I can't
Oh, go
remember
ahead.
that show. I can't remember the anime. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm kind of curious because like Mo, Danny, I know like especially you two, you guys watch like anime like a lot. Like, and I'm kind of curious to see like what everybody would say.
No, I'd
but,
be
like,
watching some.
Well, especially you, motherfucker.
I'll be looking every now and then, episode here and there.
Like if you're awake, anime is on somewhere. It's crazy.
Basically.
But no, I'm just kind of curious. Like if someone came up to you and you had to recommend them 5 anime, like 5, what would be the 5 that you would recommend? But they would also like kind of be like in a weird way towards more of like something like a deeper, closer part to you, I guess, in a way. I don't know. I'm curious.
What are your
like-
personal top 5 anime?
I can do that.
Here at
Uh,
watchmojo.com.
I'm just kind of curious because I know like especially you two guys watch a lot of anime.
Top 5
But I'm
Sorry,
just
Watch
kinda curious.
Mojo.
Corey in the house.
No, don't be sorry.
I
That's
actually
funny.
could. I could think of 5 animes that I would recommend for someone to go watch.
Let's hear it.
Obviously, Naruto has to be the first one. And as much as cringy here it was, I grew up with that. That was like one of my first like long ass animes that I ever watched, minus One Piece. So like I had to like Naruto would be my number 1.
One Piece.
I'm gonna fucking recommend it. Fruit baskets.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry.
Dude, I don't know, man. Twitter a while ago was blowing up about something about fruit baskets. I was looking at Twitter. I was like, "Yo, something is happening in fruit baskets."
The season finale just came out. The season finale just came out. That's why for the Konosuba. I would recommend that one. Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
And shit, what would be my fifth one? The fifth one would have to be. And then what? These are just ones we recommend for the people to watch, right? Whatever.
Yeah, or just like your own personal favorites.
Your personal top 5 anime picks.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Watch Mojo.
You're gonna watch Mojo. Honestly,
This is about to be the caption.
I would have to say probably Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
Okay. Which one? The Brotherhood or Full Metal? Because
hold on, no. Just let her choose.
As much as I love Full Metal, the original, I prefer Brotherhood because it goes more towards manga.
Manga. Because that's
a picture I see.
I saw a TikTok of that. So what happened?
I appreciate you moving the mic, by the way. Mikey, he's just like, what is happening tonight?
So it's always back to fucking TikTok with this guy.
I'm always scrolling, homie. There's like literally, so I didn't understand, and Brian couldn't help explain it to me way back when, and I don't blame him because it's kind of a confusing concept. But yeah, I learned just yesterday that the main difference between Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood is the fact that Full Metal Alchemist went past the manga, so they had to make up their own shit. Yeah, and then Brotherhood finally finished, after the manga had finished, then Brotherhood happened and they made that. And I was just like, oh, that's the main difference. So Brotherhood is like actually canon.
Yeah. What do you think Brotherhood was?
I thought it was just like something that was going on in a different dimension. I thought it was just shit that was happening in a parallel universe. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, this is now this is like Full Metal Alchemist, but this is like something else going on in the same world, but this didn't happen in that world, you know?
Which I don't blame you messing that up because I think around either before Brotherhood or I think it might have been later. I think it's after Brotherhood. I don't remember. One of the movies came out and it sort of followed the storyline how the first one ended, but it made more sense for the second one. Or Brotherhood. So I don't blame. So a lot of people thought Brotherhood was just another version, oh, we didn't like how this ended, we're making this. Which is what I thought at first when I watched Brotherhood. I'm like, what the frick? I just watched, this is the first episode, but they changed a lot of stuff. That's when I found I think a few episodes in, people said, I'm like, oh no, it's just the manga, this is how it's meant to be. And I'm like, oh, makes sense. But yeah, the thing was changed, they fixed the story. I think they messed around with the art style a bit, if I remember.
Yeah. I love how you said they fixed the story, not they finished the story.
They finished it too, but there are certain things where I watched it. I'll prefer some storylines how they did in Full Metal Alchemist. I preferred, and then there's stuff I love how they fixed in freaking Brotherhood because a lot of stuff was different, especially how the beginning they were like, oh, Rose. Because if you watch the first one, they're like, Rose, let me tell you a story of how we became like this, and it was kind of but then if you watch Brotherhood, it's they actually go into details a lot more, and you're like, yo, I like this. Let's go. But the ending was kind of a lot better too. So.
Yeah. All right, Mo, what's your 5, you little bastard?
You know what's crazy? I was just thinking of them too.
One Piece better not be on there.
So
it's going to.
It should be, but I have a more
100 plus episodes of something. There's no way it's not your favorite.
I'm gonna go with a more classical younger Mo top 5.
Here we go.
We definitely got Bleach at number 1.
There it is.
My boy Strawberry Kurosaki on deck each time. Then we got Naruto Shippuden.
Oh yeah.
Then we got what was I gonna say? Code Geass.
Oh wow, man of culture.
Code Geass, bro. Yes. Blue Exorcist.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but not that stupid anime one, the later one that they did when they fixed it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the Kanto one?
No. Kanto was Pokemon?
Okay,
what?
no.
Kanto Bites?
Okay, so in the Blue Exorcist anime, do you remember when they kind of fucked up the ending because they kind of pull Full Metal where like, oh hey, we don't know actually how it ends, so we kind of made our own ending, and then they came out with the anime again. They're like, hey, it's this anime starts all the way back here, and it's retconning all that. Remember
They
that?
never
Yeah.
did that anymore.
Yeah.
They did.
They did. You don't remember that?
They did.
What are you talking
Blue,
about?
Blue Exorcist,
Yeah.
when they first came out, they followed towards the manga, but of course they've surpassed it, so they made up their own ending. That's if you watch the original Blue Exorcist anime, they make it so, oh my god, I can't think of his brother. His brother became a fucking
Yukio.
demon. Yukio became the demon Jig like that. When in reality that does happen in the manga.
Became the host for Satan, yes.
But that's not how it happens in the manga. That's how they ended it. Well, then they made another quote second season of Blue Exorcist. It's like the Kanto something.
Kyoto Saga, yes.
Yeah, Kyoto Saga. That's literally continuing off a few episodes from the freaking first from the first Exorcist they ever made. They even say that in the anime because they made it. They when they found out,
and they were retconning some of it as they were like retelling it.
But they
remember that?
But they referenced the original Blue Exorcist.
Yeah, but they continued off.
Because some of it, some of it was true, but they were trying to section off a certain part of it.
Oh, I'm so
so basically the part where in Blue Exorcist, the first season when it came out, well, right when they found out that Ren was a freaking demon, was a son of Satan, any episodes after that, they got rid of it. So they said for the Kanto, the Kirito, whatever the freaking name, second season came out, they're like, oh yeah, so all that happened. I can't think of Kyoto. I'm sorry.
Kyoto.
They're basically like, oh, so everything that happened at the end of Blue Exorcist, take that out. We're continuing off when they found out that Ren is the son of Satan. Literally, that's what they did. They continued off from there because after that episode, that they basically made up their own shit.
But well, Mikey, I guess you don't have to watch Blue Exorcist now that we know someone becomes, the vessel of Satan.
It's okay. I probably wasn't gonna watch it anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Go read the manga.
And Killer also said, "Don't forget that the other difference is the art style." And it looked a lot more cleaner on.
That was not. That was for the last conversation.
Yeah, Full Metal.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Do your job better.
I made a reference to the art style. I got you, Killer.
But
did I name all 5?
Do it again.
You named off 4, so you still had 1 left.
Still got 1 left. What was the last one going to be? It was a classic one. Oh, Darker Than Black.
I don't know that one.
It's so good. I won't explain it though. Anyways, next person.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead, Akhtar. I'm curious to hear yours.
I have a top 5 myself. Okay.
Or is any 5?
Well, I mean, we might as well do everyone, right?
Your personal top 5 anime.
No.
Mike. Mike's like, oh, okay.
Now I'm just frantically like, oh, fuck. I don't know.
Naruto. Just all Naruto.
That's my boy.
Naruto Shippuden, Boruto, all that.
Are you gonna say Boruto? You didn't even watch it yet.
Yeah, but you don't like anime at all. So the fact that you like it is like a really big, like, oh man, that's amazing.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you. Anyways, Naruto, the whole thing. Just all the Narutos. Just every like piece of it is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Not bad. It's good stuff that isn't bad and is good.
You haven't watched the newest one?
Okay, shut up. Let him finish.
So there's that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 is literally one of the best.
You broke Mike. He's fucking done, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, Akhtar, I don't know what the fuck you said because I had muted my mic.
Oh, bro.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 is so good.
Why can't I remember which was 0? What the fuck is Season 0? Why
That's
can't I remember it?
It's the one where he kills people. Murders them with a gun. It's every card game. It's like, bitch.
What?
It takes place before Duelist Kingdom when, yes, Yugi quite literally murked people.
Oh.
I don't remember this one. I had to mute my mic because, like, the second you were about to say something, all I see is my door wave open, and I'm like, nope, I'm not here. I don't want to hear this. And they're like, the food is heat. Get down here and eat it. I'm like, okay.
Oh, honestly, Yu-Gi-Oh! Overall is pretty good too. Like, it's pretty nice. It's very like heartwarming with a lot of their scenes. So I'll say it. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 is easily like my favorite anime because it was just completely different to like everything else that they had ever done with that series. Like completely different. So that's number 2. Number 3. Oh, bro, Dragon Ball. Like honestly, Dragon Ball is oh my god.
Oh, the OG.
The OG Dragon Ball. There was just so many just good moments and very heartfelt. It was about friendship and inner struggle. I loved
I
it.
watched all of that.
Yeah. Friendship. So that's number 3. Number 4, Roni Kenshin with all the movies. I loved it.
Ooh.
All the
Yes.
movies and Roni Kenshin, like it was all so goddamn heartfelt. And like the only thing I didn't like about that series as a whole is that the Samurai X movies were like kind of obviously like put in like they took different places, most of which took place before Kenshin's life, some of which took place after the full series, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of the timing of that you just kind of have to know, but when you do the whole complete story, you kind of just sit there and you're just like, oh my god, like.
Well, wasn't there a live action movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
did
did
you ever
live
watch those?
Yeah, I watched
Wasn't
the
it
first
good?
one. I watched
Yeah.
the first one and the last one. I haven't seen any of the ones in the middle, but they were both just
Fire.
Yeah, Rurouni Kenshin was probably one of the few live action anime movies that actually were fucking good.
yeah. Even I didn't like the Bleach live action one at all, but
You know
yeah,
live
Rurouni
action
Kenshin.
I
Yeah.
thought it was okay.
I did not watch that one.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Brian, you were saying?
No, I'll say I only got to saw like parts and like clips of the first Rurouni Kenshin movie, but what I saw, dude, I fucking
It's
liked
so
it. Like, that
good.
looked
I mean,
so good.
I think that makes
Amazing. I
sense. If
love
you're gonna
it.
do a live action version of any anime, something like Rurouni Kenshin, I think would work really well. Because again,
Yeah.
Rurouni
Oh, yeah.
Kenshin gets so much inspiration from old samurai movies and stuff.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah,
it seems like the perfect thing to adapt.
It was absolute, yeah.
that's why it worked out perfectly.
We gotta watch it sometime. At least the
Yeah.
first movie, because
God, dude, I'm
when you
down.
see some of the scenes and the action scenes sequences and how he like runs and everything, you just laugh out of amazement because they're like, how did they make real life look so freaking anime? Like seriously.
You know.
Definitely gotta watch it. No.
And then
Fifth one. What's your fifth one, Akhtar?
my number 5 is Evangelion for sure.
Easy.
Um,
Good one.
But it has to be with End of Evangelion. It can't be the last. It can't be episodes 25 and 26. It has to be the movie.
The first movie.
End of Evangelion. So I think that was the first movie that came out.
I think so. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
So those are my
Okay.
5.
You know what's sad?
Tasty.
For the
Hmm.
freaking Evangelion, I didn't know it was a TV show. So when it came out, I think what was it, like on Adult Swim? It was the
Mhm.
movie. So I just watched
Yep.
all the movies, and I'm like, oh, this is a really good movie. They should make a TV show. I googled it because I was trying to find the last one because I missed it aired. So I was like looking for online, and then it popped up like TV show, and I'm like, I probably should have watched those first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still
Oh.
see. I haven't actually watched Evangelion from beginning to end. I've seen it in bits and chunks because yeah, I think at some point it must have been airing on Adult Swim or something. But
Mhm.
yeah, I really liked what I saw. I should like actually go back and rewatch it from beginning to end.
It's only, it's like only like 24 episodes plus a movie.
26 if you don't want to count the last two.
Yeah.
Are really that bad?
You just don't understand what's going on. Like
Oh.
at all. Like at all.
Reminds me of the entirety of season 2
Coolly coolly.
and 3 of
Coolly, coolly.
and
That's
Tokyo
a good
Ghoul.
one.
Sorry about which one?
Tokyo Ghoul. Oh my
Oh.
god, bro.
I haven't even watched that anime. I heard it was so good the first one. They're like, don't watch this.
Just
next season.
just watch the first season, yeah. The second stuff's going on, people get stuff that happened to them. Somebody's just gone. Like they give no reason why this character is just not in the show anymore. He just wasn't in the next episode or any after. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it, so that's all I can really describe.
Okay.
Actually,
Mikey? It is your turn.
what
we all know
you
you're
got,
a
Mike?
big anime fan.
The biggest.
Cowboy Bebop, Dragon
Yes.
Ball,
Okay.
Yu Yu
Yes.
Hakusho.
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
Hunter x Hunter?
I know the. I haven't seen all of Hunter x Hunter. I've only watched
okay.
some of it, but I like what I've seen. I know the ending sucks, but Death Note, because up until a certain
nice.
part, that's the best anime I've ever seen. I called out of work to continue watching that anime because I was so fucking into it, and
Anime was
I'm
good.
really upset with where it went. But regardless,
Yeah,
Death
I
Note is still
know.
up there. And then probably Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. But I would say, if in terms of funniest anime I've ever seen, the Ghost Stories dub.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that.
The shit's so goddamn funny. So if you want a funny show, I would definitely say that. Or if you want like a funny show that isn't just like taking the piss out of it, then Devil's a Part-Timer is really good too.
Yeah.
Yes. Second season's coming out,
I heard,
boy.
yep.
I was just about to say because that one is on my list. That one is my
Bro.
number 5. Like,
Talk to him,
fucking,
Brian.
dude, fucking Devil. Okay, Mikey, the same way how you feel for Death Note is how I felt for fucking Devil's a Part-Timer. That show consumed my fucking life. That shit was on repeat. I fucking memorized shit.
Oh, I
like
well,
Asmo.
you're the one who
it's
I
so-
watched it all with you because you were so obsessed with it.
like-
Like, dude, you gotta watch the show. And I was like, okay.
Dude, I
This
don't
man.
know what. I don't know what it is about that show. It's the fucking humor because like I mean you guys know I love that fantasy shit and then to me it's just funny watching these two fantasy characters brought into the real world and every normal day shit is just fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
to
like
me.
they got
Like, I'm
they
fucking
it-
hyped
it's,
for
it's
that.
the exact opposite of every other trope you see in anime, right? Where it's like person from
Yeah.
our world goes into fantasy world. It's like no, fantasy people go into our world and they need fucking money, so they get part-time jobs at McDonald's. It's fucking great. It's so great.
I fucking love it.
Guys, that's why I think you need to watch Konosuba. If you love Devil Part-Time, my Devil the Part-Timer, you need to watch Konosuba. You will have a kick out of it. You will love that show.
I have to
Bro.
check it out. I need to really like open like my broad like horizon of like anime and shit like that.
All the animes I've recommended to you, minus Fruit Basket.
I'm so
Konosuba. Konosuba is something you'll actually enjoy. Like the guys showed it to me because I never heard of it. They showed it to me and we all started watching. I think there's like 2, 3 seasons. It is the funniest fucking show I've ever watched, and I can watch that on repeat. Dubbed is preferred only because the voice actors for Darkness is a lot more funnier in Aqua and dubbed than it is in Japanese.
All right.
Yes. Trust me, it's probably one of the few shows I actually want to buy the statues for because it's hilarious.
That's legit.
Well, I'll say since we pulled Devil's a Part-Timer out, I guess I'll say mine. I'm sure you guys can easily guess mine. I know you all
Detective
know
Conan.
mine.
I'm sure we've
Yeah,
already had this
Yeah.
conversation anyway in
I'm sure
another
we did.
podcast.
I'm sure we have to.
I'm sure.
Well, we'll
Well,
have it again. Welcome back.
So Ghost in the Shell, obviously, you guys know my
Yeah.
love for that.
Yeah.
Case closed, that shit has to be on there. Love that way too much. One Piece, come on, I'm even wearing it. Like
So two 900 plus episode animes right
And
now.
that just shows you how much of a commitment of a person I am. Like,
It's true.
like I will commit to you.
You just don't know when to fucking give up.
I don't.
Exactly.
But of course, Devil's a Part-Timer on there,
Mhm.
and then actually recently, which actually kind of debunks one of my original favorites, which would be Trinity Blood, but that one actually got recently-
Yes. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking about too. Wow.
Trinity, but it's funny because this one actually kind of debunked it. Well, not debunked it. Dropped it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I watched it
Deranked.
recently. Yeah, deranked. It's The Promised Neverland. I don't want to say anything if you haven't watched it, but
I have.
it's oh my god, I'm a big person when it comes to writing, and I love very clever and like kind of writing that like you think it's going one way but just flips you on a dime and you never saw it. That show, the writing for it, like I'm not gonna, in a weird way, it's like it reminded me of just the clever writing that Breaking Bad had, and this show had that. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is it. I just go watch it. Just go
Yeah.
watch it. It's
No, that's
beautiful.
exactly what I liked about Death Note so much because it was that
Yeah.
like constant back and forth, like you think you know what's gonna happen and then it completely changes.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? No,
Wait, but I have to ask.
Oh,
I have
that's
to
why.
ask
Oh my god. yeah.
because
Well,
Brian.
don't spoil. Don't spoil.
it. I'm gonna
Okay.
one of the voice actors. For one of the main kids, I think it's the chick.
The main girl, the
main girl.
like redhead.
Yes. Do you find her voice annoying as much as I do?
Not really. It didn't bother me too much. In a weird way, she kind of reminded me of just like, in a weird way, just a female version of Goku. So I don't know. In a weird way, I don't know. It didn't bother me too much.
I don't know. Her voice is like I couldn't like I saw the character and I'm like, I don't know if your voice fits this character. So I watched it in dubbed and in subbed, and I'm like, I don't know which one I prefer. Her was the only voice that I couldn't like this, but I kept watching the show. Like I enjoyed the show, but I was like,
it was good. It apparently got a second season recently. I haven't watched it yet. But I've heard kind of lukewarm things about it, so I don't know. But that first season, and it's kind of like Death Note, right? Mike, like, it's like a certain point to stop, apparently, you know? But yeah, those would probably be my 5 I would recommend.
Mm-hmm.
But
you guys would be proud of me, though. I started watching another anime. I mean, it's not like new, but it's new to me. Have any of you guys seen ReZero?
I have not.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, but that is on my list. Yes.
Yeah, I started it recently.
Yeah.
So I'm only on episode 2.
My buddy Rob recommended it, so I'm like, well, fuck it. It's been forever since I watched like a new anime, so might as well. And I've been enjoying it because. And again, it's that thing where it's like character from our world goes into fantasy world, but it's like a Groundhog's Day situation where every time he dies, instead of the day repeating, it's like he dies and then he goes back to like a predetermined like save point. So it's kind of him trying to figure out how to like survive so he can get to the next like save point or whatever. It's a really interesting premise, and they do a lot of very clever things with it. And what I like about that show, it's actually a couple things I really like about it. Number one, the main character really is just like a normal fucking dude. Now, granted, he's in like decent shape and can kind of defend himself, but it's not like most anime where the main character is just fucking OP and amazing and is, you know, fucking, I don't know, Kirito, for example. So that I like.
So y'all noticed that.
The other thing I like about it too is that the show's really clever with the scenarios it presents the main character and how other characters respond to the main character as a result of that. So, like, for example, there's one point where he's in this I guess you'd call it like a lord's manor, and like his first time around he says, oh, I want to work here as like a butler, right? And because of that, he like gets in tight with like the maids who work there, and you know there's this like camaraderie because he's working with them and all that stuff. And then you know he dies, he gets reset, and like at one point he asks like, I want to be a permanent guest here. So he does, but then he's kind of given the cold shoulder because it's like, oh, this dude's just a fucking freeloader, like, you know. So it's kind of. I feel like a lot of shows get stuck in the and Brian or no, it's not Brian this time. It's Mo.
Mo.
I was just I saw someone leave and I was like, there goes Brian, but it was Mo.
Survived.
This is like a cause for celebration.
But Brian, I think I found your next thumbnail because I screenshotted that freaking picture of him.
Give it to me.
I'll try to save it the biggest freaking file I can save it as. But I screenshot. I saw that. I'm like, when I looked over there, I was like, wait a minute. And I looked back and I'm like,
Mo's been keeping that face for a while. He needs to take a breath.
I'm like, Mo, why are you still making that face? And I looked over. I'm like, oh no, wait, this is behind. And I'm like, you're still making that face. Oh, let me screenshot this.
So he just said his power went out.
Oh,
so bad news then. That means his audio wasn't saved. So you're probably just going to have to pull the audio from this video.
Oh.
All right.
But
it was a good thing, because I think I'm peaking my audio, so. Damn, Brian, can't use that audio.
Mo.
God damn it, Mo.
That's fine. But anyways, as you were saying about ReZero, sorry.
Yeah, so there has to be a permanent guest, and the characters respond to him way differently because it's there's a lot of shows where I feel like everybody just kind of responds to like the main character specifically, like the same way, like, oh, everybody loves them, everybody hates them, or whatever. But it's very situational with this show because again, things could play out very differently, right?
Yeah.
And it makes sense. So it's really fun to see, and it's neat going into like the mental turmoil of this character who, you know, as you get into the show by this point has, you know, lived much longer than has actually taken place because he's lived and died and lived and died, and has like grown attached to these people who have technically only known him for maybe a week or so, but to him it's been much longer. So he's trying so hard to like help these people out or whatever. And they're all just like, oh, we have no idea what you're going through. And for whatever reason, I'm not that far into the show, so I don't know why. And even if I did, I wouldn't want to spoil it. But he can't tell people what he's going through, so he can't say, "Oh, I die and I come back." Because every time he does that, something stops him. So he can't explain to anyone what's going on. But I don't know. It's a really neat show, and I've been enjoying it quite a bit.
That's agony. I need to try that. Yeah.
I've heard really great things about that.
ReZero, right?
ReZero,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've been really, really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. I'm on the second one recently. My take on the main character, I'm like, he's kind of boring, but that's just because he's just an everyday dude.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I think that's the point. He's kind of this boring dude, but what makes it interesting is, again, all the experiences he has to go through. And I think that's fun is like the show actually lets like that development kind of determine where his character is going to go based on all the things he does go through. And I think it's fun that the viewer gets to see that. I think one of my biggest issues with anime a lot of the times is they'll just drop in characters who are like predetermined, right? Like this guy drops in, this guy's a fucking badass. And it's like, you say that, but I haven't seen anything yet. So this character means nothing to me, you know? So it's nice to have a show that kind of treats these characters like, you know, they start at this base point fine, but what matters is what you see them do.
Yeah.
And how they respond to that, you know, in turn. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool show so far. I'm only maybe 20 episodes in, maybe not that much.
Is it currently airing or is it completed?
I don't think it's complete. I thought it was completed going into it.
It's not completed.
I don't think it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they literally. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they just made another season of it recently.
Okay.
So
I think I saw something about that.
Yeah. I know I saw something on, I think for Crunchyroll, they were like announcing like, oh, new season or something like that. So I'm pretty sure it's still going. I don't know if this is the final season. They might just be, but it's not complete as far as I know.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that show is gonna go. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get worse. But at least for now, I think the beginning of it is really strong.
But okay.
Yes. Yeah, I need to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to like get into like more recent like new anime now, and like Moe was getting upset with me, and that's why like I try to do Jujutsu Kaisen. Pretty good, but yeah, I need to watch more too. But
I haven't finished that one yet.
That was actually really good. I actually really for me it was the characters that I fell for. Like the plot, I mean the plot was cool too. But for me, it was definitely the characters, I think, and also the style of like how they fought and stuff. I really like. I liked it. I liked it a lot. But yeah, but no, I'm trying to do Demon Slayer. I'm doing that one dubbed right now.
I'm waiting because Mo said he wanted to watch that with me, so I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Well, see, he was yelling at me to watch it, so that's why I'm like, I guess I'm gonna watch it then. Like,
was it Demon Slayer or is it Hunter x Hunter? That's from the same guy who did Yu Yu Hakusho.
Hunter x Hunter is from the same guy who did Yu Yu Hakusho.
So okay, yeah. Who did the an anime before Demon Slayer? Because I remember he had done something before that, which was also fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like it just makes sense because it's just like, oh wow, like obviously he made like a fantastic anime before. Of course Demon Slayer is going to be amazing. Was it Shaman King? No, it wasn't Shaman King.
I feel like we had this conversation before.
Okay, maybe I'm completely off base here, but wasn't Shaman King done by the guy who did Fairy Tail?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, you are absolutely right.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think we had this conversation before when Octor was like, yes, that's why it was such a good show, because it's the same creator.
I mean, I don't really know. I'm not really seeing on the internet, but who knows, maybe people in the comment list. No, all I'm seeing is he just has Demon Slayer on his name. Okay. But who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
You could have worked on something else and just wasn't like the main person on it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the show Zatch Bell?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I haven't thought that just popped into my mind. Yeah,
books.
Yeah, it just popped into my mind. I haven't thought
show.
about that show in a long time, but I remember liking it.
I remember
liking it too. I remember watching that a lot when it was on, and then fucking what was the name? Sakura Capture. G-
I remember that
Oh,
show.
yeah.
I watched that.
Yeah.
Fulikuli. Fucking, it's fucking 12 episodes of I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I was very confused.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Danny.
I was saying no, but Zatch Bell was the shit, man. I love that freaking show. Within the first few episodes, I was already crying. I was like, "What the frick? What am I watching?"
That's completed too, right? Zaspel?
Yeah, Zatch Bell was
Yeah.
completed. Yeah, that completed years ago. So
Yeah,
I
that
remember
was-
that's
watching
like
that.
an
You're
early 2000 show, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember watching that when I was like in elementary, middle schoolish. So yeah,
Gonna
early.
add that to the
Yeah.
list.
Add that one on.
The ever
Bro, I
growing
have, like,
list.
There was a
Hundreds of anime, like hundreds of new and then rewatch. Like I have 2 sections where it's just on my notepad of just like I'm like and it's daunting to me now because I'm like I can't watch any of these animes. There's too much.
Yeah.
You
You
watch
know what?
the animes with those less episodes first, that way you can finish the little ones and then finish the big ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
You know what sucks too? Because like I know that there's probably tons of anime I watched when I was younger that just don't hold up anymore. Like there's one that people are gonna laugh because it's like it's almost like a meme in the anime community because it's like a total like edgelord anime that I'm sure doesn't hold up at all. But as like an edgy teenager is the perfect shit. And Brian, you know what I'm talking about? Elfen Lied.
Oh
That
yeah,
show. I'm sure it doesn't hold
that
up
was
at
so messed
all.
up.
But
Bruh.
as a
That
teenager,
puppy.
that show just hit so hard.
oh my god, dude.
It
I
was
remember
so gory,
That
dude.
puppy,
Oh.
didn't-
I remember
it didn't
that
deserve
anime.
it.
People who didn't even like anime watched that.
Oh,
Well,
they're like,
because
"Yo,
like the
did you
first
all fucking
episode
see
is
this?"
this naked ass cat girl going around and like fucking killing people with her mind. So like immediately you're just like, what is? I gotta know what's happening here. Like this is the
Dude, we
goriest
watched
shit in the
it all
world,
together.
and I don't understand it. This character has pink hair and fucking cat ears. What's happening? Turns out
Fun.
those are horns, but they look like cat ears.
Dude, I remember you and me were sitting at Matt Harrington's living room and we were watching the whole thing from start to finish. I remember that. That was good.
Yeah, I don't know. Like in that show, it had moments of genuine heart in it. Like because I remember like it shows like flashbacks of like when the main character was like a little girl or whatever. And I remember one episode where there was like this group of kids who were just like torturing her dog or some shit. I don't remember
No,
the
no.
entire context of it, but it was one of those. It's like one of the most heartbreaking episodes of anything I've ever seen. And again, being this young teenage boy who had a dog and all that shit, I'm just like, oh, I just got so emotionally invested into it. But
Dude, it didn't deserve it.
no,
Dude, no dog or no animal period deserves to die in any anime. But they only want to tug your heartstring. They're like, indeed.
See, Akira Toriyama did it for like 20 minutes. He was like, "No, this is too much, guys."
Listen, I'm sorry.
okay. Can I get into this real quick? Because like I was the reason I was gone last week is because I was visiting other Mike in the magical land of Iowa, and during that at one point we had a few drinks and we rewatched the Broly movie, and I'm sitting there like watching this movie, and again like. I love that movie so much. Big reason just because it's gorgeous. Like the animation is insane. The fights are incredible. But like, I think the biggest thing that I love so much about Dragon Ball is despite how like weird and outlandish and straight up goofy it can be, it never forgets like the heart, which is its characters. And I was thinking about something like the Majin Buu saga, which is the last saga of Dragon Ball Z, and that saga. It's weird. It's a lot of peaks, a lot of valleys. It's way too long. It's very bizarre at times, but it also has like such insane like emotional peaks to it. And like, well, there's that, but like Vegeta's atonement, where he sacrifices himself to Buu, or even Majin Buu as a character, where like he's the villain of that arc, this childlike crazy pink tubalard that just kills people willy nilly, and then. Mr. Satan, the world famous martial artist who's essentially a pro fucking wrestler, gets sent to kill him, knows he can't do it. So what does he do? He makes friends with them. and it's wonderful. They're like a gay couple. They live together in a house. Mr. Satan cooks food for them. Like it's they get a dog together. Like they're a literal gay fucking couple.
I love it.
And it's the most wonderful thing in the world. But again,
joked about that. That's not a joke.
No,
That's just what happened.
This is literally. I'm not even joking. This is literally what happened.
Yeah.
I am not joking.
Literally.
This is exactly what happens. But that's like, again, it's the heart of the characters, and it's knowing who the characters are and always playing to that. Because this is who Mr. Satan is, despite the fact that he, is always parading around as, the world champ, baby. Like, he's not as strong as anyone else. So he does what he can do, and he ends up having this camaraderie with this fucking galactic monster who figures out what it's like to have a friend, and he's like, oh, this is fucking great. And then he gets a dog that he loves, and like but going back to like the dog thing, like that is like the main crux for like the rest of the arc, and the reason like Boo goes insane is because some dudes come along and fucking kill his dog.
Yeah.
And it's
And
again,
Boo just
you're
loses it.
watching Dragon Ball Z. You're watching a show where muscled up dudes scream and have their hair turn yellow, but you're sitting there with tears in your eyes, like they're like, how could they fucking kill this guy's dog? Like,
Yeah, dude.
there's always a heart to it that just never goes away, and it's something that I've always appreciated about the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, welcome back, Mo.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
man. What's
And now we're ending, and now we're ending the podcast.
Now we're
Bye,
ending
Mo.
the podcast.
I'm back, bro. I'm back. I don't know what happened. We had a really bad so bad thunderstorm last night. Like, my power went out as I was trying to plug my phone in, and like my phone cord's kind of like coming undone and whatnot. So like a little bit of the wires come out, and it like shocked me as I was plugging the phone in. I'm like, oh well.
I can just imagine him getting checked.
Bro, that's what happened. I was like,
Everything is dark. That's like, I'd be so scared. I got shocked and I can't see anymore.
everything's
I'd be
just
terrified.
dark now. I'm like, dang. So I thought everything was good today, and then, as you guys saw, like a couple of seconds, well, minutes now, everything just turned off for like 3 minutes, and then came right back on. And please God, not again. Like,
He just doesn't.
it's just like, go offline.
Mo, fuck you.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think any of us really realized you were frozen until we finally stared down at your picture, and you were just like, "You're like, he's not moving."
I'm like,
but please go back and watch that moment.
Yeah, I didn't
was
even
worried,
notice.
too.
I was in the middle of like talking, so I didn't even notice you were frozen. And then I just saw like someone left, so I was like, "Bye, Brian." And then I saw Brian still there, and I'm like, "Wait, someone else left."
I was like, yo, my boy, you need to breathe, bro. You keep in the same face for a minute.
It's
Take
okay,
a breath.
Mo.
I'm like,
I saved your photo, so it's okay.
And well, his face froze right after Mikey made a hella beautiful dunk on an anime character that you like too. So we just thought you were legit holding that face for a minute.
who was it, bro?
Now you gotta go watch the podcast.
Yeah, watch the podcast.
Yep.
Yep, yeah, go back and watch
man. All right, I'll be back.
it. But I will say though, oh no, my brain.
It's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Fucking
Get out of here, Brian.
Hola, come to me. Yeah.
Fucking is one of my favorites, and then How You Say is another one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
How You Say.
How you say? Wait. I'll come to me. Hold on.
Okay. So I remember. I'm sorry. I wanted to say before.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
So recently, before the podcast, I know maybe we'll have to talk about it more on another podcast, but I just want to kind of get it in real quick. Now I know some of y'all haven't seen it, but did you guys watch the trailer to the new Sopranos movie?
No.
No, I haven't watched the trailer. No.
I haven't watched it, but Tony Soprano's kid is the one who's gonna be.
Yeah, James. His son is actually Michael Gandolfini. I think is his name.
Oh man,
Dude,
not charging my stuff.
I think it. Okay, we'll have to talk about it in another podcast then, because we won't have enough time. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I need to get I still have to get the original movie still too.
You mean the?
Oh, that's the last
So-
episode. The last episode. because I have the box set, but my brother he took the final episode from me, so I'm like
Oh,
now I gotta
no.
re-get the thing. But I heard
Well,
that one
he
was
had to have taken more than
Nah,
just the
nah, you
final.
gotta-
They didn't have just one episode on a disc,
Yeah,
did they?
Yeah.
the final
last
disc,
five.
whatever you want to call it, the final disc, the
I'll
one
tell
that concludes the thing, the one that says this thing is done. We're done with this thing.
All you need to
now.
know
The
is
thing
it
gonna
ends
happen.
with "Don't stop believing," like every
Yeah.
good show should.
Yes.
Should.
but this is the thing, Arthur. Like the show takes place. It's supposed to be Tony's like growing up. So this is like a pre.
His youth. His youth.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's gonna be cool. But yeah, we'll talk about when you guys actually like see the trailer. And I know only two of you guys really know the series. Danny, you kind of seen some episodes of Sopranos, right? I know you have. Right?
I've seen all Sopranos.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, then bet.
It's just been a minute. I have to go like do a refresher course for that show.
I haven't seen any of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, it's so
I
good.
grew up with Sopranos.
If there's a show that I can recommend, it is The Sopranos. Like, I adore that show so much, way more than anyone really should.
I want to watch more of it, but I had so much fun watching it with you. I don't want to watch it alone.
Just wait for me. We'll keep doing it. I'm down. We'll get burritos like we do and
Yeah.
just watch it. I'm down.
I just can't. I just fucking remember crying, laughing at the scene of them like digging up, like looking for the body they had buried, but it was all like bloated because of the water.
Under the bridge, Christopher and the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and just like, is this our guy? Well, it'd be one hell of a fucking coincidence if it wasn't, because if everyone's just burying bodies there.
I just fucking love it. I don't remember what the context was, but like I think there was a body that I go find, and Christopher the bartender go look for it. And I'm like, all right, we gotta go dig up the body. And I guess the bartender's kind of queasy a little bit, so he sees the body. He's like, "Is that it?" Fucking Christopher just pissed off, down with the shovel. Like, it'll be one hell of a coincidence if it wasn't.
My favorite part actually is after the digging up when he goes and Tony hears about it and he's like, "You trying to fucking go to who the fuck digs up a dead body in broad daylight?"
Well, dude, like that's the beauty about it. Like, The Sopranos was originally, when it was first written, was a comedy. For the first season, then after that, they just embraced its like
a whole
drama.
different, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
but
it was like the same thing with Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad starts off as kind of like a black comedy, and
Lighthearted,
then it goes into like a full on drama.
Oh yeah, it gets
dude,
real.
Seriously, the same show where the man says, "I have the talking pillow now," is the same show where he fucking takes one of his partners and he's literally looks at him in the eyes and is like, "I killed her. I let her die."
yeah.
Like, whoa!
I watched her die. I could have saved her.
Nice ring.
Oh.
No, but Mikey, I do agree with Mikey.
Sorry,
But
go on.
Mikey, I do agree with Mikey. I said he misses watching Sopranos with you because Brian, I miss our times. The show, I doubt we're ever gonna finish it or probably ever go back to it. But I
Game of
enjoyed watching Game of Thrones.
But girl, we can watch more. I have. I'll be honest. I haven't watched.
No, don't watch more. Don't watch more. Don't.
Yeah, but
do
it
watch
was a
more.
thing.
Watch up to like
Was it season 6 we have to watch up to, or season 7?
Season 6 is all right. Yeah, probably.
Season 6 is alright.
I know
Seasons
we're
1 through
watch
4
up.
are peak television. You
They're
have to watch them.
Fantastic, yeah.
Listen,
but-
I got HBO Max. Mikey's The Sopranos.
No.
Danny Game of Thrones. Otter on
King of the Hill.
I was gonna say
King of the
Entourage.
Hill.
We talked about that before.
King of the Hill.
But
I
all
want
right.
King of the
All
Hill.
right.
King of the Hill's
That's
our
on
thing.
HBO. That's on HBO.
I don't want it to be HBO. Why does it have to be HBO? Why am I a
Uh,
bird that's in the cage?
What do you mean?
Despite
I
all my
want my
rage,
wish
I'm
to be
still
free.
just a rat in
No.
a cage.
What?
No. I know what it is, Octar. We're gonna finish Barry. We are finishing Barry.
Wait,
Finishing Barry.
Octar, are you not caught up with Barry?
No, he hasn't watched the second season yet. Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
What the hell is Barry?
It's the
Danny,
best.
please go watch this. It is so good.
Do you know
What is
Do you know
it?
who Bill Hader is?
Yes.
He used to be on Saturday Night Live, and
Yeah.
Was in it too, though. Do glasses.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
It's a show where he plays a hitman, but he becomes interested in acting and wants to become an actor. So he gets involved in this acting class, and it is phenomenal. I love that show so much. And it is
it is
equal
good.
parts.
It's on
It is.
HBO?
Yeah, it's on HBO. It is absolutely hilarious, and it's also like crazy tense at times. Like, dude, especially the end of season 2. Like, again, I won't spoil it. So fucking tense.
Oh my god! I remember
It's
like,
really good.
after I got done watching that, I immediately called up Mikey. I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah. I can't.
I
When
think
is
I
season
watched-
3 coming out? Like, have they said anything?
Yeah. Wait, actually, yes. I did see that they said something about that. Hold on. Yeah, Octar, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I've figured. I think I watched all of season 1 with you, Mikey. Like all of it.
Yeah, I think we did. Because like I had mentioned it to you, and we started watching it, and I think we just kind of like, fuck it, let's just keep watching. Because,
Yeah.
again, like every episode's only like a half hour too.
Yeah.
It's not like a full hour-long drama, so you can get through it really fast. I think the seasons are only like 10 episodes each, or maybe even 8.
Yeah.
I think it might be 8.
Yeah.
actually. They're
It's
it's-
kind of short.
it's a fast
Brother.
watch, but it's a good fucking watch.
It's a good one.
There's
yeah,
so many freaking shows on HBO Max I gotta watch.
yeah. They were saying that it's somewhere around March 2022.
Okay.
So
Okay.
sometime next year, because I remember seeing, because they were in production, they were actually working on it. So I know that it's
Again,
it
I know
could be getting
COVID has
close.
pushed everything back, but
Basically.
Yeah, but please, seriously, if that's a show for everyone here to watch, like if you all can, like, even audience viewers, go watch Barry on HBO Max. It is fucking good. It will blow the fucking little girl, Mike. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry, guys, just go watch it.
oh my god. Oh god, that entire episode. Yeah, all right. Yeah, Barry's a great show. And then also, I think the last season of Better Call Saul is coming out soon. Not soon, but like maybe later this year.
Season 6, right? Season 6?
Season 6, yeah.
I need to catch up. I'm only on. I think I'm just at the end of season 4.
Mo, I'm pretty
I
sure you're caught up.
finished all of
Yeah,
them.
catch up.
I finished all of season. I finished all 4 seasons. I'm waiting for season 5 to either get on Netflix or to be able to watch it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
that's
but
the
I can't-
shitty
I
thing. Like, unless you have a VPN,
Oh,
you can
Hulu.
change it to a different.
Doesn't Hulu have it?
Well, from my understanding, at least here in the States, AMC has distribution rights on Better Call Saul. So until a new season's coming out, it usually doesn't come out on other platforms.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what they did with Supernatural. That shit pissed me off back in the day.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But,
now
but again, if
Supernatural's
you got a
done.
VPN, you can change it to fucking the UK or something. You can watch season 5 of Better Call Saul on Netflix.
That's
True.
true.
Bro.
But yeah,
Well, I thought you froze again 'cause you didn't move for like 5 minutes.
No, I'm here.
Mo, just
watching-
because I need to confirm whether or not you're caught up. Was the last time you saw like Lalo, like his situation, like at his home? Do you remember that? Does that ring a bell? Because I'm pretty sure you're caught up, dude. I remember you watching it like around
I
the time.
think I
was
remember
watching.
that. I remember like something with a car.
Something with a car.
Something with a car.
It was something with a car. They were driving.
Something with a
Yeah,
car
that's
while
what you do with
driving.
cars.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Or
scenes where they're
someone-
driving in cars, my guy.
Or they were driving or
Do
something.
you
and
remember?
they
Do you
stopped
remember an episode? Again, it's not a big spoiler. Do you remember an episode where
That's the worst eyewitness report.
Saul and Mike were in the desert? Does that ring a bell?
Yeah. I
Then
remember
yes,
they got out of
you
that.
saw
yeah.
the last season. Yeah.
Yeah. And they
Um,
had the with the bot. Yeah.
Yep.
Oof.
So
Sorry.
I was on the first episode of season 5. Now I remember why I haven't watched it completely. I was on the first episode of season 5, and there was like this scene where they were talking Spanish. It was 2 people who were just talking straight Spanish, and there were no subtitles, but there was no English speaker in the scene to where it justified not having subtitles. You know what I mean? So if it's 2 Spanish-speaking people and they're speaking Spanish, you should just kind of know what's going on, because why even have the scene in there to begin with if there's no subtitles and you don't understand the language, unless there's an English-speaking person in that scene. So I was watching it online and there were no subtitles for that Spanish-speaking scene. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna wait for it to come out, so because this just doesn't feel right. Like the scene just doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know why they have this scene if
It's usually a
Instead of
situation in
continuing
which
to
what the
watch.
characters are talking about is not vital for the audience to know. Again, if you know Spanish, you'll pick up what they're saying, but it's not vital.
right, but then don't even have the scene.
That's weird. That they,
Well,
you
you should watch the whole scene play out.
Yeah. You gave up halfway through, bro.
I was like, something just doesn't feel right about this.
Not even halfway through. You gave up at the beginning of like a minute.
Episode 1.
Dang, bro.
Wait, was that episode? Wait, that was all in episode 1.
Yeah.
Of season 5.
Oh,
Yeah, season 5,
Yeah,
episode 1.
season
oh, I thought it was like legit episode 1, and I'm like,
No.
you didn't even watch the season.
No, I loved episode 1. The only way that car is worth $400 is if a $300 hooker is in it. That was awesome. That was hilarious.
Bro, yes.
I forgot about that.
That show's so good.
Well, I'll say on that note, I think this is a good stopping point, eh? Eh?
Yes.
Eh?
All right.
Yeah. All
I mean-
right.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right. Well, hey, thank you everyone who's been listening here, and especially if you made it all the way here to the end. Thank you so much for listening all the way through and supporting us. We do this every Wednesday at 7:30. So if you want to come in and watch it live, you can. Same name that we have here on YouTube or whatever social media audio platform you found this on. Twitch. Would you? You come here, you can watch it live on Wednesday. And hey, we do other stuff like tomorrow, if you're listening Wednesday, we do Danganronpa. We're doing Danganronpa 2. You know, we do a lot of good gaming. Oi?
We're gonna solve a murder.
A murder.
Murder. There was a murder.
But past that, we upload every Sunday for all you people listening live. If you can catch these on Sunday at noon, you can come. So especially if you miss an episode of the podcast, hey, you didn't miss it. We have them all on our YouTube. And we got a bunch of good
Listen to it
goodies
again
on there.
anyway, even if you were here live. Just listen to it again.
Yeah, watch it
Hit a
again.
like.
Yeah. Put it on in the background, man. Just you're
Yeah.
vacuuming,
Help us
scrubbing,
out, you fucking degens.
Exactly. We will come to your house. I know where you live. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. But no, we got a bunch of other goodies on there. We got Metoppias. New Metopia came out on Friday. You can go check that out. And then also
It's such a good series,
Tuesday.
actually. It's so good.
Yeah, sorry, Tuesday.
Well, yeah, a
And
new
then
one came out
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Sorry.
Another one will be coming out Friday.
Yeah, another one will be coming out Friday. So come check them out. And then we got skits on there. We got a bunch of other goodies on there. So come gather. Come suck on me, children.
Suckle upon thine teeth.
No! I stopped in the mid of that one.
Suckle upon the lotus fire
And
teeth.
bye!
We will drip feed you content.
Love you all. See you guys.